I read Dr. De Soto by William Steig. He's also the illustrator. This is how it came from the library. I'm not sure why it doesn't have a cover, but this is just how it came. It's published by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. Its copyright date is 1982. It's fiction, a picture book, and a fable. It has 32 pages, and I want to say that it's for ages around 4 to 7. So it starts out with Dr. De Soto. He is a dentist, and his wife is his assistant. And they treat all animals from big to small. If it's big animals, they just have them sit on the floor, and they use ladders and stuff like that. They have a sign on their door that says cats and other dangerous animals not accepted for treatment. And so they don't treat any animal that likes to eat mice. And so they go by that until they see a fox outside the door who is having a terrible toothache. And so they let him in, and after they hesitated for a while, but they ended up letting him in, and he fixed his tooth and told him that he can come back tomorrow to get his new one, because they had to pull it. And so after the fox leaves, Dr. De Soto and his wife realize that they're in danger tomorrow, that the fox could eat them. And so they stayed up all night thinking of a plan, and they finally came up with one. And so the next day, after they put the tooth in, they said that they have this concoction, and it'll prevent him from having any toothaches for the rest of his life. And so the fox was down for it. He liked that idea, and Dr. De Soto ended up putting like a glue kind of thing on it, and so his mouth was shut for about 1 or 2 days, and he got out of that, and he was very surprised, but they fooled him. And so the setting, I think it takes place in winter, because a lot of the pictures are of animals with heavier clothes on, like that, and like that. And so I think it's winter. The theme, I think, is just that no good deed goes unpunished. And that really shows it throughout the story. They have many interactions throughout the story with different animals, but it's mainly just the fox. And they were very kind to him the whole time, even though they knew that he posed a danger to them. And so I thought that was a really good part of the story. The illustrations are watercolor, and they show really good detail of everything that's happening. And they show good detail of, like, the fox's facial expression, I think. And they take up a lot of the pages. And so I really like the illustrations. For the reflective personal response, I said that children would take away from this that just to help people when they need it. I mean, the mice do not treat foxes, do not treat any animals like that, but they did because he was in a lot of pain. And I also think that they can relate to this book, which is a good book for them because, I mean, they all go to the dentist. And so I think they can kind of compare. And so for the strategy or activity, I said that I would just bring different size chairs, like ones for Barbies or dolls or children or even just like adults, and ask the students to name different animals that could fit in that chair while they're at the dentist. And so I think that would really help with them knowing the different size of animals and how big they get. And yeah, that's what I would do.